Ambience of new dawn in the Ekiti football ecosystem, buzzing with fun, excitement and display of football prowess by upcoming talents in the state, courtesy of Professor Akin Oyebode under 15 football competition among secondary school students across the 16 local government areas of the state. The Ekiti State Football Association's organized competition came into existence in the year 2021 and proudly sponsored by the State Commissioner for Finance and Economic Planning, Honorable Akin Oyebode, in honor of his father, Professor Akin Oyebode, a renowned jurisprudent, educationist, and the first Vice-Chancellor of the Ekiti State University, formerly known as University of Ado-Ekiti. This initiative is geared towards sporting talented under-15 boys and girls across Ekiti State, as the son of the jurisprudent believes that it is the Oyebode family's desire to champion a developmental competition where talents will be uncovered, after which plans can be made to nurture them into the pride of Ekiti, who will potentially represent Nigeria at the under-17 level, progress to the under-20, and to the zenith of their sporting aspirations, the Super Eagles.
So the aim is not just to do this as a one-off, it's to continue to do this to help develop talent, to discover exceptional talent, but not just from a football perspective, to also support their education. And it's important to also show that football is gender neutral, and that as we support men's football, we also promote female football, which is increasingly becoming as popular around the world. My hope is that it starts to contribute talent within the various female national teams, from the Falcons down. We also support them with the right educational foundation. So it's not just football, it's also developing education. And for me, the whole aim here is showing people that there are different paths to succeed. Some will succeed as doctors, some will be lawyers, some will be great sportsmen, but ultimately we are keeping our young ones out of trouble. We are putting them in productive activity. They are staying off drugs, they are staying off harmful vices. So that for me is the pleasure here.
Over time, the football competition has grown to be a crowd-pulling event and propelling the psychomotor domain of young Ekiti students. In the last two editions, 500 schools comprising more than 1,500 young boys and girls have participated. This has led to the discovery of more than 2 dozens of talented young Ekiti future stars that have formed the nucleus of Ekiti Queen Bees and the Ekiti Baby Bees that make up the Ekiti State FA cadet teams. These talents have in one time or the other featured in different invitational tournaments, as well as represented the state at different football competitions in Jos, Ogun, Lagos and Osun states.
When you talk about having grassroots, you think it has to go into the nooks and crannies of your ecosystem. And then we know primary and secondary schools are almost everywhere in every community in Ekiti State. So we felt if we can take competition into secondary school, one, we would be able to get the best talent at the very right age, and two, we would have been able to touch as many communities as possible. So that is what got us to think of having a football competition in the secondary school, which we went on to discuss with the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Once they bought into it, we went in search of a sponsor. And we're very, very lucky to have the patron of the cadet team, Honorable Akin Oyebode, discuss with his family, and they decided to name that competition in the name of their patron, Professor Akin Oyebode. It has been interesting. There has been development. In the first edition, we only had the under-15 football competition that was an inter-local government. Most of the coaches just sourced their players from the headquarters of the local government. But at the second edition, by the grace given to us through the former head of service and the former commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, and is a contemporary Commissioner for Youth and Sports, who were able to take the competition into secondary schools, and then more of the talents were able to be scouted, since more secondary schools participated. So I think it has been wonderful, because more than 10 young kids, both boys and girls, were scouted, and as of today they are enjoying both education and sports scholarship.
The state government lauded the initiative of the Professor Akin Oyebode on the 15th football competition among secondary school students. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. Feluke Olomojobi, described the competition as a means of discovering and nurturing the potential talents that could make the state proud in the near future.
Sporting activities, apart from the competitive urge, is meant to promote physical and mental development of the students. And so this kind of competition is a welcome development, particularly it's been well coordinated in such a way that it has not affected the academic activities of our students. And I think we have worked closely with the Sport Council to ensure that the students are trained at the appropriate times. They're physically protected from injuries and insecurity issues. And I am reliably being informed that a couple of them were identified as superstars. So that's really quite important. We do promote sports development and educational development. We do not want none of them should compromise the other. The scholarship is now an incentive, and one of the things we'll ensure is that we let them know that as long they will only be able to participate in the sports as long as they keep high academic grades. If you fall out of the scholarship, then you fall out of the opportunity to be part of the sporting activities. I think generally that's a good incentive. I don't think sports is exclusively for a group of people. Now, not everybody will get to the competitive stage or being the superstar, but everyone should be exposed to sports considerably.
The performance of these talents at their different outings is equally attracting attention of football administrators even beyond the shores of Ekiti State.
In the last 3.5 years or thereabout, I have followed with great enthusiasm the work that he and the executives in Ekiti State have put into the development of football, one of which is the statewide under-15 football competition that in the years, the next year had transformed into a statewide secondary school competition. I've seen before now, I've seen a certain time Lolade play for the Nigerian under-15 team from Ekiti State. In the period after this, I have seen a number of young people from all over Ekiti State, not only in the under-15 category, but also in the under-15 category, from each and every one of the 16 local governments and the 16 local football councils, as is known in football, compete for an ultimate prize. In the last year, I've seen the Ekiti State Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Akin Oyebode, sponsor same. I think that this exposure gives a lot of young people the opportunity to compete at the highest levels in their immediate environment and to learn and unlearn the best of football artistry, and as it shapes their capacities in the bigger world of the game of football.
It is a mission in action as numbers of outstanding boys and girls scouted during the underage football competitions in the year 2021 and 2022 won education as well as sports scholarships. In the boys category, beneficiaries include Ebenezer Olatuyi of Tessie Gakamike Hope College, Ikole, Basit Salaudin of Christ the King School, Ilupeju Ekiti, Oye Local Government, Taiwo Adebisi of Ikore Ekiti, Ijero Local Government, Tohib Olasukomi of Knowledge Ispa Secondary School, Ado Ekiti, Ado Local Government, Abbas Olasukomi, Remo Stars Sports Club, Ikene Remo, Ogun State, rising as captain of the under-15 of the team, winning La Liga NPFL Under-15 tournament, as well as the WNFF Taiwo Ogunjobi Memorial Under-15 Cup. Peter Abiodun of Muslim High School, Okela, Ado Ekiti, Ado Local Government. Wasil Abdulkarim of Ayo Daramola Memorial High School, Ijo Ekiti, Bonyi Local Government. In the female category, Pascaline Adelabu of Ogunire High School, Oyo Local Government. Marvelous Jegede of Ado Community High School, Ado Ekiti, Ado Local Government, who currently has a 3 years sports kits scholarship with Owu Sportswear Limited. And Fayoke Akinola of Science College in Ekiti, Irekbodun Ifelodun Local Government.
I feel excited because it was my first time playing that kind of competition. Because it was the first competition I've ever played. Let me say when I started my football career, it was the first competition I played, and I feel very excited to be among the players that can also participate in that kind of competition. Because during that Oyebode also, I can say I gained a lot of experience, because it gives me more exposure. It was during this Akin Oyebode competition that I was seen and picked as the most valuable player of that competition, and the chairman tried a lot by also supporting me with this award and the scholarship that was given to me during that time. He gave me scholarship.
Okay.
He gave me school bag.
Okay.
The kit. I'm happy. God will bless. God will bless. Buy on Lega. I feel good. At times, the FA chairman for supporting me. They buy me scholarship. They buy me textbooks. They buy me uniforms. And they pay my school fees.
I gain a lot and have some little experience due to I made some different type of teams, play with them, such like that, and we won the cup. And they later call us and nominate some people for the best players, female categories, something like that. They give us some awards, some things, football kits, bags, balls, and everything such like that.
Benefited a lot of things, like skills and more things like that. For example, we went to Lagos last month, so I see a lot of things that I've not seen before. So I have a lot of exposure.
I'm very happy because it helps my parents to use the money they're paying on me, as well as assisting me by improving my skills and providing me some materials by boots and some jerseys.
I'm feeling so happy to be the one of the best player. Please give me clothes, some things, and I'm so happy.
Many people saw me outside now. They will say, I like that girl. There's nothing you can do. Like God now, what I'm tired is that I want to know more and to be doing more about that football. When I started playing the competition, I was once amateur. I did not know how to play football, but after I played that competition, I realized how much I have interest in playing it. I feel more encouraged. Even when people tell me that there's nothing in football, I encourage myself and started playing football and got some trainings.
Game improves. The game improves. Players. I want to invite him to see team. I shall play.
He assists me some ways. Before, nobody is perfect. But when we start that competition, my football come out. And some people knows me every day. My football game improved, and then I know a lot about football.
Akin Oyebode football competition was very interesting because it was our team that come first, so we were happy, and we now have more interest in football.
Football is something that is good. If you are playing football, especially female, if you are a female and you are playing football, it's very good to you. It did not stop your education.
My experience when we went to Lagos was that it gave me more experience. I've never traveled to that place before. And on getting to that place, I'm happy. I feel like going to the place again and again.
I'm so happy. It helps us to develop our talents, skills, emotions, and to benefit good things. I want to appreciate our coaches for supporting us. It's a privilege, sir. But I'm so happy. It gave me a lot of experience, more skill, and it gave me a lot more experience. Last time we went to Lagos for a friendly match. I really enjoyed the friendly match.
Another aim of the Professor Akin Oyebode on the 15th football competition among secondary schools is to build students' character and sharpen their academic standard. This is being achieved as confirmed by some school principals.
We just appreciate God that one of us is not representing us in the states for sports. And apart from that, for Ife to have shown interest in that thing, because is a more talented child. Many parents now should encourage their students to go. Whatever what God has gotten in their hand, let them show it. We should not bury their talent. We have a lot of talented students among us. So as a parent, we should encourage them. If they say they want to do this, let them go. Just support them. With prayer, with whatever you have, God will do it.
It's a good initiative anyway. The boy concerned, that is Ade Tayo, at least through the initiative is enjoying certain privileges, and which I have to appreciate the organization of the competition. I mean, I want to say the boy have been behaving well. He has been performing well academically. He's putting in all his best.
I was very grateful and I was very happy. And then I know these people, two boys that I have, they are very qualified and they are very nice. Even when all the teachers had this information, they are very happy. They are good. And then let me rate it as a 70% of it.
And that tournament discovered a lot of talent. Player that we have in Ekiti State, most especially in school, academic setting. Since that time, the boy started behaving very well. At the same time, in his academic section, the performance is okay.
Aside building the dream of students, it is a relief to many parents whom their children are beneficiaries of scholarships.
Inú mi wá dùn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ tán fún tán sanwó sukuu ẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn, àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n náà máa rà láàánú náà máa tẹ̀síwájú nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ti Basiti. Ó tún mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tán tún dìde. Àwọn òbí gan tẹ̀ ń fún ọmọ wọn ní àǹfààní pé kọ́ lọ́mọ gbá bọ́. Lẹ́nu ìgbà tí Basiti tó lọ ń kó àwọ̀ ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe nǹkan dáadáa. Ọjọ́ tó lọ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí rédíò, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn náà tó ká ọmọ Basiti, ọmọ kìnìún kan ibẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn òbí náà wá fi àwọn ọmọ wọn náà lẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa lọ gbá bọ́ọ̀lù.
Eré bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá nǹkan tí mi fúnra mi láìkì ni tí mo sì rí pé ó dáa púpọ̀ fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ. So mo rí pé nǹkan tó dára ni. Nígbà tó ti ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù yìí ìwàsí ẹ̀ yàtọ̀ nítorí pé òun náà ti ń jáde ó ti wá ń kọ́gbọ́n sí ìwàsí rẹ̀ ti wá yàtọ̀ ó ti ń hùwà bíi pé ó ti ń jẹ tí òun náà ti ń jáde títí ń kópa nínú ta ti ń fara rora pé tí ẹ̀ bá wà tó bá ń jáde tó bá wà nílé ó yàtọ̀ tó náà bá ti ń jáde ọgbọ́n rẹ̀ á tún máa pọ̀ sí.
mi dùn gan-an mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn alátìlẹ́yìn wa náà. Mo dúpẹ́ torí pé ọmọ mi náà gba lára scholarship ìhùwàsí ẹ̀dá ó ṣe dáadáa ìkan òdì kan lọ́wọ́ kò dí iléèwé ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe dáadáa nínú iléèwé ẹ̀ nípa education.
Inú wa máa ń dùn gidigidi because gbogbo ara mọ̀ ń sìn bí bọ́ọ̀lù ti da owó ó dẹ̀ ti da nǹkan pàtàkì kò sí ẹni tó lè gbọ́ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ ń play níbì kan tí inú ò ní dùn so inú àwọn òbí dẹ̀ ń dùn sí wọn gidigidi àti pé gbogbo àwọn kóòṣì wọn tó ń coach wọn ìgbà mi tó bá sọ pé bóyá wọ́n bíi 2 weeks ago wọ́n lọ sí Lagos so wọ́n lọ play ń bẹ̀ tá a bá ti gbọ́ pé wọ́n lọ inú wa ń dùn àwa náà ń tiraka torí afẹ́kàn débi gíga.
inú mi dùn pẹ̀lú bí àjọ bọ́ọ̀lù Èkìtì làwọn ọmọ ìjọba èkó ṣe wà inú mi dùn sí i lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ torí pé lẹ́nu ìgbà tó kópa pàdé wọn bẹ̀ yẹn ó tún yá sí gidi ni ó tún mọ̀ yá sí gidi ó lè mórí èrè jẹ àwọn tájú òbí wọn wọn mórí wa wú gidi inú wa dùn sí wọn especially Mr. Bayo Lálẹ́gàbí gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe akitì wọn ní ẹnu ìgbà tí wọ́n dé Èkìtì yìí nípa bọ́ọ̀lù tó ra mọ̀ gbọ́ ní orí rédíò náà gbogbo bí ó ṣe ń lọ inú wa dùn.
The Professor Akin Oyebode Under-15 football competition among secondary schools students across the 16 local government areas of the state has no doubt brought life to football at local levels, as it gave local football administrators and coaches the opportunity to showcase their youngsters' potentials in the game of football.
First and foremost, I want to thank God Almighty for bringing someone like Akin Oyebode, I mean the Honorable himself, this time around, because the major problem we are facing as far as sport is concerned is sponsorship. So for him to have powered the tournament, work with the FA and the school board before we can organize and play that kind of competition. I'm very, very happy. I'm fortunate to have, out of the 4 or 5 people having the scholarship, having Taiwo Adebisi, presently in GSS 2 now. Secondly, during the tournaments, the tournament help a lot in discovering talent, most especially among the teachers. As you can see, the coach in charge of the female team, she was being discovered during the tournament. Even during that time, we discovered some people who are interested in officiating. I mean referees, both male and female.
Firstly, I would thank my boss, FA chairman, that bring the female football to this extent that in this Ekiti they know much about female. It's not like before, we don't hear anything like female, but it just bring the exposure to the female. So I thank the FA chairman, that's Mr. Bayo Lanlege. Then the Akin Oyebode also, Professor Akin Oyebode, helped me in my coaching career for sponsor me to a coaching course.
The player, they still know more people there. And so know about many players to play with other peoples.
Okay.
So they have the courage, they are not afraid, they participate well.
Okay.
And,
one of the boys, that's Salaudin Basit, is a game prefect of the school, while the other one is a head prefect boy, which is Abiodun Ayomiposi. And the organizer for the competition of Ekiti State is, I'm so very happy.
We really appreciate the Akin Oyebode to organize the grassroots football. They are helping our grassroots football in Ado Ekiti, mostly in Ado, because we are gathered those guys from the streets, so helping them for the nearest future. Yes, I'm very, very happy for that, for the competition, because it has given me a lot of experience to coaching in grassroots level, then to showcase a lot of talent for the Ekiti State future player. That tournament gave me scholarship to NIS for gain more experience, more education, provide for my career. So I really appreciate it. At Akin Oyebode tournament produced like 18 players represent Ekiti State during the Taiwo Ogunsakin football tournament in last 2 months in Osun State. Our team for that tournament is the best team.
I've been very, very grateful to have the family of Professor Akin Oyebode pick up the first 2 editions. we won't be lying to ourselves to say, you know, that is going to be how it's going to be forever, because, you know, there's economic hardship and there's all of that, but they have not told us that they are not continuing with us. We believe they would, because they've added lots of value, but we also believe we'll be able to use that brand name and the brand that we have created with Professor Akin Oyebode to get more corporate organizations, use the name Professor Akin Oyebode to actually encourage lots of friends and peers, you know, and corporate organizations, you know, to come and join in sponsoring the country, even the state government, because there's public-private partnership. So we also need to have the public system, you know, be involved. The government also need to support it, maybe developing this, you know, the structures as far as facilities is concerned in the state. And with that, I think we'll continue to build the brand.
There is no gainsaying the fact that the Professor Akin Oyebode Under 15 football tournament for both boys and girls in Ekiti State is changing the face of grassroots football and achieving the dream of the State Football Association in changing the narrative of the football ecosystem under the energetic FA chairman and his board members. As another football season in Ekiti State is around the corner, the Professor Akin Oyebode Under 15 football tournament promises to be thrilling, captivating, exciting, and ready to uncover more of the next generation of talents. However, the competition needs to step into the next level. More sponsors, both individual and corporate organizations, must step in, take advantage, and leverage on the mileage that this far-reaching platform offers. Professor Akin Oyebode All Ekiti State Secondary Schools football competition is, as at today, the best platform to reach more than the 300,000 football enthusiasts in Ekiti land. It's that time to get on this ship and sail to a better future. Ekiti football, our children, our future. Ekiti football, our future is bright.